Hey loves, come take a journey with me as I plan to host my at-home cafe. I've been seeing these at-home cafes pop up everywhere on my feed and they are just adorable. So I wanted to put one on myself. Now, I don't have a lot of friends where I'm living at right now, so I couldn't really invite people, but I said my kids would love something like that. They're getting to the age where when I go to Starbucks or any cafe, they want to try out different pastries or different coffees. So I'm just gonna put one on myself and that way they can choose which pastries they want and even have some coffee. I'm just trying to research what I want to serve. I know kids can be picky, so I wanted to have something that they enjoy. Now, I did find a key lime bar recipe. This is probably more for me and my husband because key lime is a little sour, but I couldn't resist making it, especially because key lime is such a summer dessert. And y'all, this recipe did not disappoint. I can't take credit for it, so I'm linking it down below, but it is easy and it comes out as expected. I did have to bake it, and look at that. As I'm cutting it, it's just coming out together and not loose. So I was very pleased, and I added a little lime zest on top to make it look cute. I settled on making a variety of cookies for the majority of the offerings because everyone loves cookies, and when I break out ingredients to make cookies, it's like my family, especially my husband, is drawn to the kitchen, as you can see. So I decided to do 4 different types of cookies. So classic chocolate chip, cookie monster, which is cookies and cream, a cookie butter cookie, and what I call a trash can cookie. Now this is my special name for it because I just put random things in it like Ritz crackers, chocolate chips, and wavy potato chips. I wanted to use pretzels, but I didn't have them, so I just decided to use crackers. I opted not to add pecans because my kids are not big pecan fans. And my trash can cookie was not a crowd favorite, so maybe the name had something to do with it. And to think of it, there is a cookie called garbage cookie or trash cookie, I don't know, but my name wasn't too far off. I mean, pretty much it was just describing it's just a cookie with random things put into it. But I think what the problem was, it was that I put chips and I put Ritz, and I think they kind of blended in the cookie dough as part of like the flour component of the cookie, if that makes sense. It didn't have anything that really stuck out. Like I guess the chips must have crushed in the Ritz crackers, but maybe next time I'll probably add some oatmeal and maybe the pretzels or some M&M, something like that that's gonna help it like stand out. I did make a base cookie dough and added all my mix-ins and food coloring to make it different flavors. Now, I never colored cookie dough before, so this was a first and it turned out well. Next time, I'll probably, like if I want to color the whole dough, I'll probably color it while the butter is being creamed, but because I had split this dough in so many portions, I ended up coloring like just that one little portion. It was giving Cookie Monster. The blue was so pretty, and when I baked it, it came out the same color it went in. So it just was just such a pretty color cookie. Now I'm mixing up my trash can cookie, and my kids were like, "Really, trash can mom?" And I was like, "Give it a try, you never know." Even though it wasn't a winner, but still, it was eaten last. It was like one of the last set of cookies that were there, so of course like they eventually picked off it a little bit, but that's like I said, next time I'm going to tweak it and add some extra mix-ins. I did add some melted cookie butter to the cookie, not thinking that it would mess with the fat content of the cookie, so it made the cookie flatter. Plus, this cookie has marshmallows in it, so the marshmallows were melting, and so it came out a little flat during my trial run. So when I baked it the day of the cafe, I decided to drizzle cookie butter on top, and that was just enough to really give it that cookie butter flavor. So I don't even think I need to add it into the dough. I may try next time to add it, I'm not sure. But if I do add it, I'll use less butter. And y'all, this was my favorite cookie. Flat or not, it was the best. But I think cookie butter can make anything better, to be honest. Now, while I was making my test cookies, it was so hard to keep everyone out the kitchen. I mean, you try and have a surprise and everyone is like, "Ooh, cookies." I'm like, "No, not right now." But anyway, I got these in the oven, spaced them out a little bit on the pan, And there you go. This is how they came out. And that cookie butter drizzle, oh my goodness, 10 out of 10. Like I said, you can put cookie butter on anything and it will just make it so rich and delightful. After I finished dressing up the cookies, I decided to work on the sign and the menu. So I mean, you can't have a cafe without having a sign, right? So this is a good time to get the girls to help. So they helped me paint the sign, and then Nova kind of did her own thing. And Caleb was like, no, I'm good, but I can eat a cookie if you want me to. And I'm like, no, not yet. And Nova did her art and she was so proud of it. It was adorable. I hung it up. And this really made me want to have a family paint night, because it's just something about painting. It just makes you feel good. It's just, I guess it's the same effect as like a coloring book. So this is the day of our cafe, and I made some Marry Me chicken pasta. I see this on Pinterest all the time, so I wanted to try it out, and it was delicious. I also did barbecue meatballs, because I just couldn't have sweets. The kids would be looking for more. They would be looking for dinner. And after I spent all this time in the kitchen, I was not trying to have to cook dinner after this. If you were wondering, I got the brown paper roll from Walmart. It was like $6 for about a 30-foot roll. Now, don't get it off Amazon. Amazon was a little higher, so you may pay more, but I feel like 30 feet was a pretty good length. It was perfect to have a sign, a menu. I labeled where everything would go and I laid it out. I had different assortment of cookies. Then I had some croissants, and I also had chocolate. Well, I made chocolate croissants. It was just croissants with some chocolate drizzle on top. For drinks, I had strawberry lemonade, orange juice, Popwell drinks, which were surprisingly good. I never had those before. And some hot chocolate. We didn't have coffee because I know my kids, they love hot chocolate, so we made that instead. And I also had these little coffee cups so it could feel a little cafe-ish. So don't put off something just because you don't have the audience, the friends, or family. You don't, or if you just don't have the materials you need, you can make it work. Make it work with what you have. Because some things I wanted to do that I wasn't able to, and no one ever noticed. The kids never said, oh, where's this at? Where's that at? They enjoyed themselves. So if you've watched this video so far, you are the real MVP. So comment cafe down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.